Before we read this resolution, I'd like to invite you to please rise and let us pay homage to the memories of some distinguished personalities, fellow partisans who started the journey along with us in bringing Liberty Party to where it is today, but they are not with us today, as the core hand of this death has been laid upon them. To the memories of Councillor Charles Walker Bromsky, the founding father of this party, to the memory of Jesse Taylor, one of the stalwarts of this party, to the memory of Jerome Walker, as far back as the days of the Friends of Bromsky, and to the memory of Abel Walker of Lima County, one of the founding members of this party. Shall we all observe a moment of silence? Thank you. And please have your seats. A resolution of the National Executive Committee of Liberty Party implementing the mandate of the Executive Council sitting held from January 28 to 29, 2022 in the posting of the Buchanan Grand Rising County, mandating the Executive Committee to withdraw Liberty Party from the collaborating political parties. Whereas on February 21st, 2019, the Liberty Party, along with 3 other registered political parties, the Unity Party, All Liberian Party, and the Alternative National Congress, signed a memorandum of understanding through the designated leaders, namely Ambassador Joseph M. Boyka, Councillor Charles Walker Bromsky, Honorable Bernard Uri, and Honorable Alexander B. Cummings, expressing the desire to establish an umbrella political organization to which the constituent political parties will surrender their individual ambitions and form single slate of tickets for the presidential and the legislative elections in 2023. Whereas in a resolution of 2020 submitted to the National Election Commission, the National Executive Committee of Liberty Party gave its express approbation to the formation of a collaborative framework for the actualization of the aforementioned goal. Whereas, as a final stage of the consummation of the collective desire of our 4 political parties to collaborate on the atmosphere of mutual trust and respect, and to strive for the realization of the Liberian people's lingering desire for collaboration amongst political parties to enhance the delivery of the dividends of democracy, the Unity Party, Liberty Party, All Liberian Party, and the Alternative National Congress on May 19, 2020, formally signed through their respective political leaders, namely Ambassador Joseph M. Boyka, Senator Nyonblee Karnga Laureate, Honorable Bernard Uri, and Honorable Alexander B. Cummings, a collaborative framework document providing details of the national governance philosophy. Whereas, following the signing of the said framework document, Liberty Party had committed itself to observing the tenets of the document, including but not limited to honoring and respecting the rights of constituent members by maintaining the membership basis and to avoid interference in the affairs of other parties. Whereas, during its 8th month of rotational leadership, Liberty Party worked diligently to set the basis for the consolidation of the principles of the collaborating political parties. Whereas it has been repeatedly observed over the past several months that the Alternative National Congress, the ANC, one of the collaborating parties, has been proceeding in a manner and form that undercuts the spirit and intent of the collaboration. including fueling intra-party conflict within the Liberty Party. Whereas the CPP is now further beset with a seemingly intractable conflict growing out of the mishandling of the CPP framework document by the ANC during its month of leadership, as is being demonstrated by multiple acrimonies involving the said ANC and other constituent political parties within the CPP, which have resulted to litigations contrary to the spirit and determination of the collaboration. Whereas, as a result of the aforementioned, it has now become glaring that the purposes that underpin the establishment of the collaborating parties, as expressed in the framework document, can no longer be realized under the circumstances herein mentioned. Whereas, as a political party, the Liberty Party is duty bound to take every lawful measure to safeguard its integrity and interests consistent with its constitution and cherished guiding principles. And whereas, in consideration of the responsibility assigned the national leadership of Liberty Party to take lawful steps that ensure the proper functioning of the party, as expressed in the 2015 Constitution, the Advisory Council, the Executive Council of the party met in the post-city of Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, from the 28th to 29th of January 2022, and mandated the National Executive Committee of the party through a resolution to withdraw the Liberty Party from the collaborating political parties. Now, therefore, it is resolved by the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party, acting upon the mandate of the Executive Council, that effective immediately, Liberty Party hereby withdraws and thereby terminates its membership with the collaborating political parties. As a testimony of our collective action, as stated above, we hereby attach our signatures as contained in the January 28 to 29 council sitting held in the city of Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, signified by a resolution that derived in our council sitting. This resolution consummating the mandate of the Executive Council, signed by Jacob Julius Smith, the National Secretary General of Liberty Party, approved by the Honorable Stevie J. H. Zygo, National Chairman, and attested by the Honorable Senator Nyonblee Karnga Lawrence, political leader. And the rest of the signatures will follow. As we conclude this press conference, before you leave, we will give you the full signatures of the two documents, the resolution from Grand Bassa County, and the follow-up resolution of the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party, consummating the deal to pull the Liberty Party out of the collaborating political parties. Thank you. There was a full message. Thank you, fellow partisans, for your show of support in this very difficult time of the party history. It's not easy, but I know with clear determination on our collective part, we shall overcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's how I would like to draw the curtain. There will be no question and answer, of course. This conference was called for the purpose of reading this resolution, and the resolution has now been read. Liberty Party has formally withdrawn from the collaborative political parties. I'd like to say thank you to our friends from the media for always honoring our invitation, and we look forward to always interacting with you. Thank you very much.